was Hirian you're talking about. He was a master of books.
Oh.
I guess. It's always... So what's happening?
Oh, I'm going back.
So Tiffany pushes open the large door, almost effortlessly, walks across the road, sort of disappears into another building.
I also go in.
Followed by Toriel.
You guys go into the library?
Yeah, they've just gone into the library.
Yeah, I'll just, walk around town for now.
You could buy rations.
Fine. I'll get the rations.
So, you guys enter the library room. You're met with a similar sort of setup, except for the gem, once again, is blue, as opposed to the red gem in the opposite.
And the librarian is still there, and we still need to talk to him to get any books.
You're in an empty building at the moment.
Gem to get into the room.
A very dark, empty building with a gem on the opposite wall.
Alright, do we have to go talk to the gem, use the gem?
Yes.
Then let's go use the gem.
I put my hand on the gem and I summon, I do a spell called...
Don't use spells, just use...
I have to use spells.
Fine, use a spell.
I use... well, I don't really... I kind of channel my energy into the gem to see what happens.
Tiffany disappears from inside Toriel.
Bye-bye.
Well, I do the same.
And as the room sort of shimmers out of place and refocuses, you're back in this grand library with books adorning the walls and various bookshelves around. And a familiar gentleman sitting behind a desk where the door would be, sort of reading to himself.
Hello, do you remember me?
Yes, I do.
Am I bothering you?
Everyone bothers me. What would you like?
Basically, I just kind of want to know what I can do with all this, and I show him the scorpion stuff, the blood and all that, and the eyes, and I just say, I got some of this stuff while traveling, and I know I can do certain spells with it, but I just don't know how to, and I was hoping you'd help me.
Firstly, remove this from my desk. You're dripping.
I'm sorry.
He sort of stands up. He walks over to the bookshelf closest to him and puts his hand up. You see this sort of blue glow emanate from his hand. And the shelves shimmer in and out of place. All of the books on the bookcase seem to change. And he tracks his hand across the spines and pulls out one book. He walks over to his desk, slides it over to you.
Thank you.
He doesn't even acknowledge your gratitude and goes back to reading his book.
I would like some books about making potions and alchemy.
Ooh, that's interesting. Take notes so I can read it.
He gives you this sort of... He gets back up. This time, he kind of disappears from sight as he stands up. You hear a sound. As you look up, you notice that there's an upper balcony. And he's now up there, sort of perusing through some books. Selects one. As you turn back around, he's at the desk once again. He slides over to you. Will that be all?
For now.
He goes back to reading his book.
Can you take notes for me too?
Yeah,
as well?
sure. Yeah, sure.
Thank you. So I'm gonna go through the book and see if anything relates to scorpions and scorpion blood, to see if I can do anything with that at all. How long will this take?
You're reading the whole book?
I'll look for a chapter that has to do with scorpions.
So, from this book that he's giving you, it's a very hefty sort of manual. It's monster parts and their uses. You find a section about scorpions, which is about it's about 25 pages long, 25 to 30 pages long.
Okay. I'll take notes on that.
I say because you're quite the bookworm, it'll take you about an hour to thoroughly go through it.
But it also not just be the spells, but could I also have the chance to make potions as well with it, so I got more use out of it than just spells?
You don't know what this book will tell you.
Oh, thank you. Surprise.
As for tutorial, you are doing what now?
Just like health
Tutorial?
potions. I look up how does one do health potions.
Tutorially
So-
read.
Your book is more of a basic alchemy kind of thing. It's about 200 pages long in total.
Nothing about health potions.
Looking through, you find, like, if you just flick through the pages, you find a couple of like references to health potions, but not actually reading it, you don't pick out anything to.
Man,
So maybe it does, maybe it doesn't.
I'll help him if he needs anything.
Okay, yeah. While this is happening, Merlak, what are you doing?
Yeah, let's go back to Merida.
I ask around to where one can get rations.
So you kind of meander your way through town. Some people not even giving you the time of day as you stop. A few people you ask kind of point you towards the northeastern part of town with kind of general goods and such.
Okay, so go there.
And so Toro makes his way up towards town. So looking around, you notice one shop that seems to have kind of like potion vials and small trinkets, and you feel a very strong sense of like arcane energy coming from this shop.
Ooh, can
you
I
notice
check?
another one that has kind of like bear pelts and such in the window, and other hides and things. You see the blacksmiths with weapons hanging outside. A very stern dwarfen gentleman is pounding away at some iron. There are also a few other buildings, but you'd have to walk further in to discern their nature.
Okay, I move closer to the potion shop and I check for arcane.
Go ahead.
Oh man, that's gonna be. Give me a second. Jesus. Oh come on! That's a 7.
So, even though you walk up to this window and you're kind of distracted by the dwarven gentleman, like pounding on iron, people bustling through the streets, there's a couple of birds that you take note of, but you just can't seem to get the overwhelming arcane presence from this shop, like, out of your mind. Like, the arcane energy emanating from this shop is extremely strong.
Yeah, walk into the shop.
So, you enter the shop, and as you do, you see the walls are kind of adorned with various coloured potions, bits of armour here and there, a few scrolls, a few like glass boxes containing small creatures and such. And towards the back of the shop, there's a very long sort of pine desk with a halfling gentleman sitting behind, seems to be smoking a pipe.
Halfling?
Halfling.
Oh, sweet. Um, hello?
Hello. Who said that?
Oh, it's me, sir.
He kind of walks out from behind his desk. Is there an orc in my shop?
I am a half orc, yes.
Let me get them a t-shirt. Is there an orc in my shop?
This is going into the animation.
Is there an orc in my shop?
He sort of pats up and down his like what do you call it, waistcoat. Turns around, like looking very panicked. He sees on the floor behind his desk. He grabs something, picks it up. Turns out
I won't hurt you. I was just curious because...
Quiet. He puts on these very round spectacles. He walks up to you with kind of like a squinted look. He's like, "Oh yes, you are a half orc."
Oh, okay. I thought he was grabbing like a weapon or something. I was just curious because I felt some energies coming from this shop, and I was wondering.
Well, that's not surprising. We sell arcane goods.
Arcane goods, you say?
I do say.
Well, I am a traveler seeking arcane knowledge. Might you just suggest anything that might help me on my travels?
Well, what you need?
We the other day we encountered maybe how to make potions or anything anything that you can help me with that will give me an edge in a battle against monsters.
He walks back. He walks to the back room. He comes back with a box of potions. The first one he pulls out is kind of blue, sort of cloudy. There seems to be something floating in the bottom of this vial, but it does emanate this kind of bluish kind of glow. Here's a potion of giant strength. Is this what you were looking for?
Giant strength. What does it do?
It gives you the strength of a giant. Kind of looks at you, perturbed by the question.
I see. And how much does it cost?
This will run you around. He sort of looks around, scratches his head for a second. 300 gold.
300 gold for this potion. How powerful is it?
The effects are temporary.
Remember, your friend is a hawk, and if you can't appear up front, the hawk can make appearance. Wink, wink.
What?
I have a hawk.
You have a hawk?
She wants to have a hawk with the power of a giant.
No. If he can't appear up front, he can do installments, and my hawk can deliver the money. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I have something more powerful.
With my hawk!
Papa, use your hawk for something useful.
Guys, shut up, you're not even there. I can tell you about the shop later, though, if you want.
I said to
alright,
get
do you have
rations.
anything else? Maybe a little cheaper?
Kind of gives you this weird sort of look. It's like, very well. This time, he disappears into the back room for quite some time.
What the fuck?
What was that noise?
It's the sound of a hawk.
Dying hawk?
So he comes back with this time a reddish potion, and just sort of looking at this potion seems to make you angry. Like you feel a kind of inner rage start to bubble.
What is that thing?
This is a potion of Berserker.
It's making me so angry.
Yes, it has that effect, and he smiles at you. He puts it under the desk.
Why would I want a potion that makes me angry?
Well, I've heard from many a source that it proves your strength quite a bit. I believe that's what you're looking for, and you said cheaper. This one is 250 gold pieces.
250. Wow. And this has a temporary effect as well.
As with all potions, yes.
Do you have anything that will make my magic go stronger?
He sort of strokes his chin for a second.
Not my physical being, but my arcane powers.
Don't have any potions. But maybe an item. And he sort of runs past you. You kind of feel him sort of push your knees out of the way.
In the meantime, while he's gone, can I pick up a scroll and look at it?
He's still in the same room as you, sort of just push past you to the front of the shop. He's looking up towards what appear to be a few like arcane items, and he kind of jumps, like trying to grab something off the shelf.
Can I help?
He turns around to you. You come here.
Okay. I walk to him.
He goes, grab me that, and he points to a kind of it looks sort of like a cone, sort of like a megaphone, but just a sort of cone that you'd roll up out of paper. But this one seems to be made of some sort of like crystal.
This crystal cone thingy.
Yes, that.
Okay. I take it and look at it in my hand. And hand it over to him.
So just from your like quick glance, you do notice that it has a few like arcane symbols on it that kind of seem to appear and disappear in different places around the crystals. He goes, this is a hand cone of clarity, to make you rather effective in combat, shall we say. He gives you another smile.
Effective how?
It will give your smells a bit more oomph.
Oomph?
Yes, oomph.
And how much for this?
This, 1,000 gold pieces.
1,000 gold pieces. Is there... okay, let me think. Maybe we can trade. Is there anything I can do for you to earn such trinkets? I do travel a lot. Maybe I can get you anything.
He kind of gives you a sort of frustrated look now, and he hands you back the cone and points towards the shelf. He's sort of ushering you to put it back on there.
Okay, I slowly put the cone back.
As they're doing that, he walks behind his desk and picks back up his pipe, puts some tobacco in it, lights it.
Is there any...
Do you have any enchanted items?
Let me see.
Can I, in the meanwhile, ask?
Yeah, let's go back to
guide
Tiffany
for
and-
like an actual book on how to make potions, not basic alchemy.
I don't remember, was the silver ring enchanted or not?
You don't know.
I don't
But
know.
give me a second. So as you say this to Hirian, he kind of glances back at you and says, "If you wish to perform alchemy, you must first learn the basics."
Equivalent
I
exchange.
do know the basics.
So do I! I love alchemy.
I highly doubt that.
Can I join in this conversation? I like alchemy too. I know all about it.
Good for you, Tiffany. But I do know alchemy.
So do I.
He says, "Very well then." And he disappears from behind the desk for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. He pops back in. He places a load of like vials and wires leading from one to the other, small heating implements and such. And he places a vial on the end. He pulls out a load of ingredients, parts of creatures, different fluids and such. Make me a simple potion.
Well,
Is he asking me too?
His gaze is currently fixed on Toriel.
then I would like to do that with my. I whip out my alchemist supplies and I do that.
Okay. So you walk up to a desk and you
Believe
pop
it or
down
not,
your
Shin,
own-
I have.
I know. You pop down your own alchemy supplies. So let's do a skill check for you.
Okay, what do we roll for?
So first of all, go ahead and roll me a basic intelligence check.
That is not a very favorable thing to do for me. But let's see, that's an 11.
11. So sort of looking at all of the things he's pulled out, you're a little overwhelmed by the amount of ingredients, but you continue anyway. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom.
Wisdom. That's where I am better. That's where I shall roll a total of 17.
17. So you grasp a few of the ingredients, a few eyes, a bit of fluids, and you add them to the first container. Go ahead and roll another wisdom.
Oh boy. That is a 13 in total.
He sort of gives, raises his eye a little bit, as he's now interested in something other than this damn book. You add ingredient X, a bit of ingredient Y. And you notice how it begins to give off this almost foul odor. Go ahead and roll me a investigation.
That is an absolutely terrible investigation. That is a 3 in investigation.
So you just completely ignore this smell, this odor, and continue with sort of balancing out ingredients and such. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana.
Oh boy. 11.
For the next ingredient, you're not entirely sure what you need to add, but you go ahead and just pick one up and
God damn.
go for it, because your own sort of zeal doesn't want to lose to this incredibly obnoxious elfin gentleman. As you begin to heat this sort of fluid, go ahead and make an insight check.
For fuck's sake, how long does it take to make a fucking potion?
It's hard, man.
Alchemy.
Inside,
you need
inside,
patient.
where's that?
You have to like ferment stuff.
Yeah, well, sorry, but... Alright, that's actually very good. That's a 22.
22. So just as it's hot enough to begin giving off steam, but not hot enough to start boiling, you manage to adjust the heat down to almost nothing, and it begins to distill. And go ahead and make one more Arcana.
Fucking, it always rolls a 12, so it's an 11.
So as a result of this, kind of begins to drip out of the alchemy tools you have here. The potion you've created is a lot darker than you expected. This elfin gentleman kind of examines it. I said potion, not poison. He places it back down on the desk, slides it over to you. He packs away his alchemy tools, sort of dispensing of things behind the desk. And disappears once again.
Chen, why? Do you like to cook me?
And reappears.
Thank you.
Well, take your poison. and your kit. And I suggest you learn the basics.
Mm.
Not the
Just
basics.
ask whether you can learn the basics.
From me!
I have a book in my hand with the basics, but I am supposed to know the basics.
I'm pretty sure you know them.
I want to know.
My character knows the basics.
I want to learn it too.
You have an alchemy set, doesn't mean you know how to make potions.
Please.
I have a proficiency in using it.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
That would have been nice to know.
I
Right,
told
so-
you I can do it.
You didn't say you were proficient in it.
Sorry.
Come on, talk to me in terms I can understand, man.
Sorry.
That would have changed the outcome entirely, but you made a poison.
God damn it.
Now we know for next time.
I'm crying.
Is anyone else doing anything here?
I want to learn it too. But no one's to see me.
You'd have to. Do you have an alchemy set, Tiffany?
I will buy one.
Are you proficient in alchemy sets?
I know the basics of alchemy because I like to learn about it anyway.
Do you?
Outside of the game, like I like the idea of it. Let me check my character. Where would I find out this stuff? I don't know where I'd find this stuff. I just want to learn it.
It should be in your other proficiencies or in your features and traits.
I just want to learn it.
Okay, if you just want to learn it, it will take some time.
That's fine.
So you kind of close your book and go sit over with
Did I
Tori.
find any good notes in that book, by the way?
You took a few notes on the uses of scorpion parts, but you feel that you'd need to cross-reference this and sort of do a bit more investigation to fully
Okay.
grasp how it would work with something.
Mm.
So you go over and sit with Toriel now, and you both begin to go back through your book of basic alchemy.
The first rule of
And I
alchemy-
realized that I know everything in there.
The first rule of alchemy is equivalent exchange.
It is.
It
Very well.
is.
Now back to Murdoch, who's been searching for arcane items, enchanted items in the bag of holding.
So he's kind of like sitting there ignoring me right now? Oh
No.
no, he asked if I have enchanted item. I take the silver ring and look at it for a second.
How do I get rid of this?
Make an arcana.
One sec. It's 21.
21.
21.
You notice nothing magical emanating from this ring. In this room of sort of powerful arcane like presence radiating down on you, you notice nothing from this ring, like in particular. And it does have a nice gem in it, though.
Hmm. Okay. No. But maybe I can find some for you.
That would be. Sorry, I'm still in the. Oh yes, that would be most appreciated. If you bring me any arcane items that you have no need of, I'd happily purchase them from you.
Sweet. Okay. Fine. I'll come back later then.
This is very well. My name's Oscar, by the way.
Oh, I am Murdoch.
Murdoch the half-orc. I like that.
Murdoch the half-orc, yes.
He kind of pulls out a little notebook. Murdoch the half-orc. Well, good day to you.
Good day to you as well. Give me a second. What did he say his name was?
Oscar. Oscar. Hey.
Oscar.
Hey,
Murdoch.
ask him.
Murdoch. Senor Half-orc.
I'm sorry, I'm just writing it down.
Oh, baby.
Okay,
Rations.
rations. Is there like a place? Is there like a place around that has jewelry in it?
Jewelry per se, no. You get the kind of sense that you'd have to walk to the less functional shops, shall we say?
Oh, okay. Can I check the other shop first then?
Which shop?
The one with the leathers and leather
Sure.
stuff.
Sure thing. So as you approach this shop,
I don't
you don't
want
see any.
I don't want to admit it to Tiffany, but that one's actually pretty funny.
Which one?
The thing she just sent into the Great North shit post called Mother Chen.
There's an orc in my shop.
No, the one under that.
Oh, okay. Chicken Chen.
It's called Mother Chen. That's the fun part.
So Murdoch sort of approaches this building.
He is Mother Chen.
There are no like overarching sort
Yeah,
of.
well, you made a funny word joke about it. So you made a pun.
No, there's no like real signs or like grand things that give off the name of this shop or anything like that. But as you enter, you notice that the walls are adorned with kind of bear leathers and like scorpion chittling and sort of like things you'd harvest from other beasts and creatures, wolf pelts and such. And it's a similar layout to the shop that you were just in. However, there's no one behind the desk.
One sec.
In your
Okay,
mind, you hear Toriel saying rations.
Like I say hello. Is anybody here?
No response.
Can I make a perception?
Yeah, go ahead. What are you looking for or listening for? Or what are you trying to find out?
If this is a leather armor shop.
Right, yeah, with that alone, you get the feel that you could possibly get some leather armor made here, but it doesn't appear to be like something they just sell.
Hmm. Hmm. Is there like a back room?
Looking behind the desk, the room sort of closes into a doorway, and then there you can't really see beyond that. It's a doorway, not a door.
Doorway. Okay. Can I go inside?
So, as you take a step towards the back of the shop, you sort of peek around in this kind of darkness. You notice there's two doors, one to your left, one to your right. The door to your right is slightly ajar, the door to your left is completely closed.
Okay, I go to the door that's slightly ajar and peek inside. Saying hello.
So as you peek your head in, you're immediately met with this smell of like decay. Looking around, you see a carcass of some kind that's been like torn apart. Not in the sense that someone who was skilled at like taking hide off creatures. This one is completely just decimated. And there's lots of blood all around the floors and such. For tools, which seem to be used for like tanning and sort of removing hide and
it's not humanoid, is it?
It doesn't. Make an investigation.
I'll make an investigation. It's 12.
Looking at this body, you're not entirely sure if it's human or if it's some sort of beast. Like anything that you'd use to kind of make that out isn't really visible to you at the moment.
Can I go closer to it, or?
You can. You step further into this room. You notice behind the door that there are like hanging hooks where there are creatures. Like there are two wolves. And the top half of the bear are hung on these hooks. They're also missing their kind of hide, but these ones look like they have, very methodically had their hide removed. Nothing like what's on this table.
Okay, I look at the carcass again. Is there? I make a perception check. Is there like anything else in the room?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception.
Or investigation.
Well, are you just looking around the room, or are you trying to figure out like what's going on?
Trying to figure out what's going on.
It's investigation then.
That's 18.
So rolling this 18, looking around this room, you notice that there is a trail of blood on the floor, which seems to lead from the wall, essentially. Sort of like it's cut off directly at the wall, but as if it was dragged through the wall and placed on this table.
Through the wall. Okay, I go to the wall
Okay, no.
that has the blood on it, and also make an investigation as well,
This would be a perception.
perception.
Wait, where is Eclipse right now?
You
He's
don't want to
in a-
know.
He's in a shop.
You don't want to know.
Actually, make that roll, and then we're gonna go back to the library.
He's in a shop with blood. Nice.
Perception. Okay.
Alright, so considering I made poison, I don't really care. Guy's not gonna
One.
give me anything, so
Yeah. By the way, add that to your inventory. Potion of weak poison.
great.
Am I there? Am I here?
Yeah, you guys are in the library. You're both just kind of reading over this alchemy book.
Is it okay if I go now? Because I kind of have to.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait. Oh,
I just wanted to stop before in case we did anything, but I kind of have to go now.
So we can leave it there.
You can
Yeah,
continue with the clips. I just wanted to say that I've got to go now.
Nah, you should also hear this because I think this is very interesting. Where this is going?
I'll leave it on, but I won't answer. So I'll leave Discord on so I can hear. I've just got stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can just stop for today. Like, continue another time.
Fine. Hold on, Tiffany.